protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun. Fire 2 blasts outside the house. I promise you, who's ever coming in is not going to, you don't need an AR-15. It's harder to aim, it's harder to use, and in fact, you don't need 30 rounds to protect yourself.
All right, so here we have a suppressed M-16, which is what the AR-15 is built off of. This has select fire, which means it shoots semi-automatic or fully automatic, and it's got a suppressor on it. What people say is, oh, or I should say the libs say, and all the anti-gun people say, is horrible and more deadly. We're gonna do the Joe Biden test here. We're gonna shoot at 15 feet at a silhouette target right in front of me, which is about roughly the distance of a home invasion attack. See how much control I have over this, and then we're gonna go to Joe Biden's idea and see how much harder it is to control that. I'm gonna slap this 30-round mag. Oh, so much more dangerous because it's high capacity. So let's just get into it. Let's start off with going from safe to select fire, so one shot at a time. Say you're in your house, you're coming here, there's a target in front of you, you want to pull up and shoot them. Without even really aiming down the iron sights, just kind of going offhand, aiming the barrel. As you can tell right here on this target, shot pattern within its chest. Quiet, low recoil, very easy to handle, no problems. Bam, right there. Piece of cake. Okay, now let's take it and go from single pew mode, which I like to say, to a full pew 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 mode, which is obviously so much worse. So now let's say we had a fully automatic, suppressed AR-15 in our house, therefore the neighbors won't get woken up. You can even take care of your home invasion without even waking your neighbors. So come in here, somebody comes in your house, you pull up on target. Pretty quiet. I barely had to move my hand. Hardly any recoil. And let's check this out. Whoa, what do you know? Only 2 rounds that came off target. So as you can see, this is the full automatic. We have 2 rounds that are slightly above our target. Other than that though, right in the center of your chest. And I had no problem holding that. I wasn't really even aiming. I was just using my own line of sight to kind of pull up and just unload. First shot actually hit dead center in the chest. And it was quiet. And low recoil. And very accurate. And stops the threat. There's a lot of these bugs around here. So now let's check out the 12 gauge. And this 12 gauge is set up pretty much to be the most low recoil 12 gauge you'll probably ever see or shoot. So we'll see the difference. So now we have the Sega 12 gauge, semi-automatic. This is set up to have the most low recoil that you'll probably ever see in a 12 gauge semi-auto. For one, we have, of course, a muzzle brake. For two, we have a patented design by actually the late owner of this range. It's a piston actuated stock when you shoot. As you can see here, it actually has a piston actuated stock to where you're absorbing that recoil in the stock rather than your shoulder. So if there is any recoil more than the AR-15 in this, you can imagine without all this extra stuff, it's going to be all over the place. So let's check it out. So home invader comes in 15 feet away. You just have to crank off rounds, see if it's a difference. That's with bird shot. Bird shot. For birds, not double-aught buck, which they recommend for home defense. Let's see the difference. So this is the close-up results of a 12 gauge semi-automatic in a house. This is a little bit harder to hold on to, and as you can tell, a little bit more destructive and blowing through wood and making holes. I don't understand the whole principle behind it. I personally am a fan of a 12 gauge for home defense. I like it. This does get the job done. And this will definitely get the job done. I like that. But my point being is why say an AR-15 is so much worse, or it's horrible to use, or more dangerous. As you can tell, the spray pattern is all here. There's shot coming off the shoulder. There's shot coming off its head. Shot blowing away the target itself. There's nothing else I can say to tell you why I think a 12 gauge is no more worse or better than the AR-15, and that was suppressed with a high capacity magazine at full auto. So this is Andrew with GY6 Vids. Thanks for watching. I hope you got the point. Like and share. Send it off to some of your lib friends or your anti-gun friends. Make them cry a little bit. See you guys later. Hey Joe, Yeah, I'll use this in home defense. I like that idea. Gah!
You attack my love bugs.
All over me. All they do is hump each other. There's no purpose for these things. Look at that. Bugs hate me. 20 millimeter cannon.